I don't know if it's a good angle. What's going on? Welcome to another edition of Shenanigans Podcast, coming to you live from Cali-for-ni-a.
Hey.
I got my guest here. We got Deb Mar, who is doing the Chicks with Mics Zoom comedy open mic show. And we didn't show up like we were supposed to. My bad. I'm sorry. So, we're here to talk shenanigans. What are we going to talk about?
Well, we just had bacon candy.
We had bacon candy. I love the bacon candy. I got bacon candy in my pocket.
It was my first time.
Yes.
And for a Jewish girl, it knocked my socks off.
Jewish people wear socks? Look, bacon candy. Bacon candy. It was delicioso.
Very special. I liked the
flavor.
The pepper.
Yes.
The hot pepper cake.
Yes. We're coming to you live from Lazy
brilliant.
Dog Restaurant.
Oh, the place is awesome. This is why you would live in a suburb. This is the suburbs of San Francisco Bay. And this is such a horrible angle for me, Sharita.
What, do you want them to see you? Is that what it is? There you go. You need to be
It's a little better. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Okay. Just so
Yeah.
people at least know that I'm decent looking. Where were we? Oh. This
we're in the
restaurant
suburbs.
is like. That's the weird thing about the suburbs. Like, everybody's happy or they have to act happy. In the city, it's much more moody.
Oh, no.
And, well, it just isn't overtly, it's overtly happy.
I didn't know this was the suburbs. I'm just here for work.
We're way out. I think we're Pleasanton.
Yes.
This is like, we are southeast of Oakland, Berkeley. And because of traffic, it was, oh my God, it was over an hour and a half to get here from the city. But I did it because I love Sharita.
And I love Deb. So every time I come to California, I let Deb know. I was like, hey, your girl's in town. What we going to do? And we always hang out. So, and I was like, yo, she's my ride or die. So, and we met on Zoom shows. That's the great part about it.
And we like each other in person.
Right?
I mean, like, you don't always know. There's no guarantee when you meet someone online.
Facts.
They could be, their online persona could be
for no reason.
a total front, and they could be totally insane.
Assholes.
Exactly. Frightening.
And
luckily, we did not have that kind of luck.
Thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes into the topic of what's with this whole jealousy amongst females in the workplace. I promise you, I come to work to do a job and go away. Not go home, go away, right? So I'm out here, and like y'all know, some of y'all know, I'm still in the military. I'm doing my military job. Like, I came out here to be an instructor. I'm the assistant instructor, right? That's a great job, by the way. If you're not an instructor, go do an instructor, because you're not in charge of soldiers, but you teach your soldiers, and then you go home, right?
When Sharita, sorry for interrupting, but I have to say, when Sharita retires from the military, she should be canonized as a military saint for what she has put up with.
That's so
she's
nice.
Amazing. And I actually am going to suggest her as Secretary of Defense to Kamala Harris when she's putting a cabinet together. Is that what it's called? Isn't it called Secretary? What's it called?
It's Secretary of Defense, but I'm not qualified for that job. I think you got to be a man.
Oh no, you just you just have to be a civilian, and you will be after your
Hey, a civilian veteran.
I'm planning your future.
Hey, I'll do it.
And you'll straighten everybody out.
Listen, because each one teach one, and y'all not teaching shit. You know. And it's like I just don't understand the whole jealousy.
Oh, right,
with
women keeping each other down.
But why?
Oh, it's so depressing.
Because what happened to you're not a girl's girl. Well, we're not girls, we're women. And I may know more than you because I've been in longer. I've been trained differently. I've had different jobs. I've had different experiences.
Right.
That doesn't make me better than you. No, I'm just more trained than you.
Well, you're bringing something to the team. Oh, this makes me so crazy. I mean, this is patriarchy. It's just like this is what patriarchy has done to us, and in order to change it, we have to defy it, which means we lift each other up. Okay, sisters?
Yes, not put each other down.
And I'll bet each of those women who make hell for you, they probably complain about, like, their lack of opportunity and how women have hurt them. And it's like,
So you're going to continue the cycle, though?
Right, exactly.
That makes no sense. You should be breaking the cycle. Just like we're breaking generational curses. That's why we're changing for the better. We're being more educated. We're learning about things that we didn't know before. And then we're applying them.
I hope people are growing.
But nobody wants to do that? Nobody? Come on. It just kills me. And it's like, that song, how that song goes, 1 foot in front of the other. But no, you want to take 5 steps back. Like Paul Abdul. 2 steps forward and we 2 steps back. You know, opposites attracting, but detracting and not attracting. And how we opposites? We the same gender. How we opposites?
Well, there's so much potential when we work together. There's so much potential. And it's not just women working together. It's everyone working together. Yes. Putting your ego aside. And I guess, maybe I'm naive. But and that's why I end up in relationships where I'm only seeing the good in someone. And ignoring what I really need to be paying attention to.
You're not the only one. We fall for the guys that are looking, the packaging is so pristine, so mouth-watering, so delicioso. We be like,
we forget to probe beneath the surface.
Yes.
Oops.
We fall for the okie doke.
After we've had babies.
Or STDs. I don't know what y'all be doing.
No, thank God.
And then ladies, because this is about a powerful lady uplifting episode. Ladies, just because the man don't want you don't mean you should be a 3 or 4 girl. We don't have to be prostitutes. Somebody will love you in the right time. Just be patient. And I know times are hard because the first thing y'all want to do is y'all want to take your clothes off and go on OnlyFans. Y'all want to strip, be butt naked, and then y'all want to be like body,
Who are
yada,
these
yada,
people
yada, yada.
that you're meeting?
Oh, it's all on TikTok. I'll be on TikTok too many hours of the day. And TikTok is teaching me about some things that just life and not inspiring, but scaring. And these women are destitute. They're homeless.
No.
And some of them are, but some of them are honest. Some of them are like, oh, I just made poor life choices. So now you're in the streets.
And they're going to TikTok about it?
Yeah. And charging $100. $100, baby. Put some more zeros on that. You're going to be out there in the street selling it. Put some more zeros on that.
Well, I mean, if they don't have teeth, it might be hard to put more zeros.
Yikes.
It might be.
A guy don't care. They don't care if you got teeth. They don't care if you got teeth.
Actually, I think I've heard on Howard Stern, like, that's preferable for some guys.
Exactly, because they're not getting bit. Some of them need to.
Why don't we bring it back to lifting each other up?
We stopped trying. It got hard. I don't know. But the jealousy, see what happens when the jealousy comes in? We don't lift each other up. We don't.
Well, I mean, I guess
positive.
we have to be examples, Sharita, and it's not easy. It's lonely being a leader.
It is.
It really is.
It is, but then when I'm by myself, the intrusive thoughts come in, and then I write, and then the jokes are funnier. You see?
So you're telling me like a positive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, keep writing.
Well, I am experiencing menopausal brain fog, and so I don't have a ton of jokes flowing. Some premises, but oh boy, it's been a lonely and mentally vacant time.
Well, yeah, because the key word was men on pause. No men distracting you from your greatness. Reconnect. Get back on. Yeah. As soon as I said men on pause, Facebook went, I'm like, nah, we don't want to hear that. No, it's true. Men on pause. You're going through the emotions of not having a man, not having a man stress you out.
Oh, I had brain fog when I had a man.
Oh, baby, what?
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
never mind.
why do you think I let him get away with so much? I recently got out of a relationship with someone who just needs to focus on himself and his addiction recovery.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope, not at all.
We're all addicted to something. Right? That's why that song Addicted is so popular.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about hormone change, and women have had so much shame about this. It hasn't been talked about. I'm so grateful that my generation is like, fuck that.
Yeah.
This is happening. This is part of life.
Yeah.
And you find out that nature is the most misogynistic of all.
Right.
Because
it turns your body against you.
oh, it's so fucked up.
The body you had since birth.
Your bones. That's why women get osteoporosis middle age and older. It's like your bones become brittle when you stop getting your period. It's so cruel.
And
It's
then you have
so
to go
cruel.
on hormone replacement therapy, don't you?
I think it's some do.
Okay.
I had to get it. I got a little patch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put it this way: if I'm not on it, it's worse.
And I've been on that TikTok too, the menopause TikTok.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I know if I start with TikTok,
You're gonna be scrolling for hours. Yeah. That you don't want to
I even have
see.
trouble getting out of the house.
Oh, you're not gonna get out of the house if you're on TikTok.
Well, and it presents this alternate world. How do we find balance?
Yes.
How do we find balance?
How do we cope?
And these apps are designed to suck up our attention.
Yeah.
It makes me really sad because I think we're more isolated and alienated. We're more alone being on our devices. Although, like, I wouldn't have met you.
True.
If I wasn't online. So it's being discerning.
Yeah.
And I'm terrible with time management. But
We all are.
I mean, it would be good if your audience
Because we think we have time.
has found a way, if people in your audience have found a way to balance, like have people come up with internal rules like, okay, 20 minutes or until X time. Okay, and then I'm putting the TikTok down, the Instagram, I'm putting the phone down,
Yeah.
and I'm going
Focus on something else.
I'm going to interact out here.
In the real world? No.
Out here.
The real world is scary. Words are hard.
But it gets scarier the more we withdraw from it. You see?
Yes.
And we are losing our ability to deal with it the more we withdraw from it.
She dropping gems, y'all. Dropping gems. That menopause. She talk about menopause ain't writer's block. No. She just dropped gems.
There are a couple moments.
There
Tomorrow I'll
are.
be a vegetable.
No, we like vegetables. Eat your vegetables. So anyway. Shit talking segment. What?
Oh, shit talking segment. Great.
Shit talking segment.
Woo!
So, a certain comedian made it difficult to get booked for political rallies now. And I wasn't trying to get...
Because they were booking us.
I wasn't expecting to get booked
all
for a
the
rally.
time before that. That's
wasn't,
brilliant. You're
know.
the best.
And I'm not paying $25, to be honest, to just hopefully get picked. Because I don't have $25 to waste. Just to drive out there.
No.
You know, so it's just like... And someone asked a question, they were like, well, do you think that show has ruined comedy? And I said, no, the show doesn't ruin comedy. The show gives something. It gives.
Are you talking about the rally at Madison Square Garden?
I am.
Okay, the comedian was very controversial.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have a take on that, because that's why it's called the shit talking segment.
I'm dying to hear.
So the first thing is, you're paying $25 to stand in an alleyway to hopefully get... Well, you're going to pay $25 to put your name in the bucket. You may not get on the show. So that person made money.
That's such a racket.
But that person made money, right?
And what are these shows called? Like, is there a special
There's
term?
a name. And it's in Austin. It was in Madison Square Garden once, and I think that's why that person got called back.
His thing? You have to pay $25?
Yeah, you didn't know?
No.
Yeah, it's $25. You have to pay.
To kill him.
No, to show up.
Well, no. I'm just saying that.
Well, yeah.
It's a play on the...
Yeah. Now, I am originally...
No, he's cleaning up.
No, I don't know what
And then you're providing...
Yes.
You're providing...
You put money in his pocket.
Material.
For him.
Isn't that funny how that...
That's great.
Yeah.
And then part 2 of this is... Alright, listen. You can't call a country trash if you've never lived there. Like, I'm a New Yorker. As a native New Yorker, I can say New York is trash because, and state my valid points, but I'm not trying to be funny about it, because when the rats is as big as me, because they're eating the trash that's on the streets, and the mayor that just got arrested and indicted, and he finally, after 11 years, he's like, maybe we should put some, like, garbage cans out there so y'all can put your trash in there and the rats won't eat it
can't get
and
it.
be so big. And
then he gets indicted.
So before the trash cans came. So where's New Yorkers putting their trash? They putting their trash outside. And not only that, why is y'all peeing where everybody can smell it? So the only time you say a country or a city is trash is if you live there. I lived in New York for 21 years. And I love New York. I love New York all day. I still got my ass on when it come out.
New York is so special.
Right. So you can't sit there and say a place is trash and you ain't never been. And don't say, well, I frequently visit.
He vacations.
How you visit there? You vacation in trash, bro? That makes you trash.
That's a good point.
Think about it.
Who's your travel agent?
Right. A trashy ass.
Yeah, I mean, you're collecting $25 from tons of comics.
With the whole...
And then you're...
And some of them be
with
trash.
all that hard squeezed money.
Trash, bro. So much trash
all
going
that
around.
Hard exploited money.
And it's like, where do we go from here? So
we vote for Kamala Harris.
And then some people come up here with a straight face and sit there and say, nah, you don't understand comedy, bro. Are you a comedian? No, but I like comedy, bro.
Oh,
what?
Men love to explain to us.
Mansplaining.
When they have been 3 days in comedy.
Yes.
They
talking
love
about you didn't get the joke.
Telling us how to do it.
And then they tell you with a straight face, you didn't get the joke? Well, explain to me what the joke was.
Yeah.
Well, now see. And they don't explain the joke. They just be like, no. It was a roast. No, a roast. It wasn't Comedy Central, bro. It was Madison Square Garden. And then who was...
That was hilarious. I have to say... It was so hilarious.
Because it was so cringy.
It wasn't his venue. It
At
wasn't
all.
his environment.
At
and
all.
he just assumed
Yes.
that it would Oh, you know what I heard?
That he would look like Wish Tony.
No, that the night before he was working out his stuff.
And nobody laughed.
And nobody...
Nobody laughed.
Fucking best.
And you didn't rewrite it.
Right. And then he thought, oh, this'll go better
over there
in a place that's not even about comedy.
But we practice. Because that's what all the
Unless you saw the Knicks a few years ago. But that's...
the Knicks they're falling on hard times.
Before Jalen Brunson
the Yankees
got
is
there.
falling on hard times right now. Like, Yankees, I need you to do better.
Because
otherwise you're going to be a trash team. And you're going to get mad when somebody call you trash.
Did they lose? I don't know the outcome today.
They losing.
No.
They won tonight. They won tonight.
They did. They finally won a game.
I know, right? So, in order to not be called trash, step your game up, bro. Step your game up. You see, that's how you get called trash.
Okay, I want to mention something about the
I'm here.
The comedy that didn't translate to Madison Square Garden. It does bring up that it doesn't matter how long people are in comedy.
Right.
It will always humble you. It will
I don't think
always
some people can be humbled though, because they'll go. Instead of humbling, because now you got bragging rights. I performed at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, but for the wrong reasons, though. Like, as a New Yorker, a native New Yorker, I would love to perform at Madison Square Garden.
That's
Kevin Hart sold out shows at Madison Square Garden as a
Murphy
comedian.
did.
Eddie Murphy, the first ever. And then right after him was Kevin Hart. Oh, Andrew Dice Clay. The Dice Man. The Dice Man cometh. Yes. Right? And then Kevin Hart. So 3 people.
Okay.
Because you better not count
Kevin
the trash
Hart
man.
does annoy me.
And Kevin Hart doesn't like you.
He annoys. No, I said he annoys. There's just.
He annoys a lot of people.
Yeah, there's just. But I watch sports and he's on a lot of the ads.
Yes.
And he's trying to be funny with. Like LeBron.
Stop letting other people write your material
KD.
because it's coming out as trash. See how that go? See the thing?
She is so ballsy. Like, I wouldn't tell
I'm right here.
Kevin Hart.
I didn't say that.
What
I just said.
But no, but I love that about you.
I meant that general, not just Kevin Hart.
Oh.
Because what happens is
But
they
still,
hire writers.
that's balls, and I
because
love it.
you hire, okay, because
I love it.
when you start out as a comedian, you're writing your own material, are you not?
That's
and
right.
You're working
you can't afford writers.
And you're working your show. Right. And then you get these writers who you paying all this money to who are not authentic to your voice.
Well, I mean, it depends. Sometimes people do find writers who...
And they're called ghostwriters. It works in music. It works in music.
Well, okay.
Music is... Music.
I don't know.
Famous.
I heard an interview with... Who was it? I don't know. A music star. Shit. I listen to Howard Stern and he interviews everybody. And it wasn't Casey Musgraves. It was somebody like that. And she talked about... Right, yeah. And she talked about the writing process and writing with other people. And it's actually really common.
Yes.
And they do get credit. They're not ghostwriters.
No, they get credit on, like, if you buy the CD, you'll see their name. But in comedy, they have a lot of ghostwriters.
Oh, right. You don't. It is true. In comedy, well, if somebody does if somebody tapes a live show, I think often, so that the writers have to be in the credits.
Yes.
But if you just go to a live show, no, you don't. It is
a
weird kind of...
Right. And you can tell when you watch their previous comedy specials, like, you're like, oh, they were funny. And then you watch the new stuff and you're like, who wrote this? You can tell the difference.
Oh, that's interesting.
And that's when you be like, when Netflix is like, did you like this? And you give a thumbs down. And what do you tell your friends? Nah, that was garbage. That was trash.
Back to trash.
Back to
We're
trash.
Right back to trash.
But because we have to explain to the people, because people are open eyes, oh, you call Puerto Rico trash. He did. But certain things just be trash. But if you're going to call something trash, you have to state why it's trash. And make sure it's factual.
Yeah. Can I bring up, and cut this out of the audio if needed, can I bring up how you were told that you're Latina and then
Trash.
you found out that you aren't?
We could bring that up.
I mean, because I learned that recently,
yes.
and I really felt for you, like, to be led astray by your own family. It's not fun.
Yes, because it's like, yes, I'm a native New Yorker, and I speak Spanish. So some people are like, oh, so you're New Rican. I get misnomered a lot. People are like, oh, you're New Rican, you're Dominicana. Oh, are you from the Caribbean? No, I'm from Brooklyn. That's it. So a lot of people, well, oh, if you speak Spanish and you look Latina, you should be Puerto Rican. No. And then
didn't you say your family told somebody told you that, like,
and they change the story every 100 years. Every 100 years we're from someplace. We're from someplace magical, and it's like, well, I would never go on a show and say, the first person that comes to me and say, hey, we're going to do a DNA test. I'm going to say no, because I'm going to be shocked and amazed.
You don't want to find out the truth?
But it's not that. I'm going to look stupid because, again, when your mama tell you something, how many of us go up through life talk about what my mama said, and you don't want to call your mama a liar because she don't want to be trash. You don't want your mom to be trash, right? So if my mom tell me...
Well, but if mom is, like, pushing it, I mean, you know...
And then what do I look like pushing it?
It could be work.
Right. Now, I do know I am American Indian. I do have that. I have the paperwork. We have the green card. Don't ask me why we got a green card. We have the family land in an undisclosed location in Florida, on the reservation.
So that the kids don't get it.
Right. I didn't get it either. 3 inheritances they stole from me, so I didn't get the shit either.
Oh, my God.
So, and then when the hurricane came through, and I was like, I hope they flood that shit. But then I was like, and then you're going to give it to me, right?
Right. Here's a puddle.
Okay.
Here's your land, Sharita. Here's your inheritance. It's a puddle with some sticks.
Knowing I can't swim, So.
And you have a pool.
And I like the water. I could still...
Okay, you can get swimming lessons. That's on the list now.
I could get swimming lessons.
Everybody is going to learn to swim.
Anyway.
Everybody.
Everybody
needs to learn to swim. No matter what.
Fine.
Whether you have a pool or not.
Fine.
But you have a pool.
Fine.
Great.
Did you know about buying a house with a pool is a social status? I didn't know that. I just bought it because I like the water. And then COVID happened. And you can't be in the water with everybody because COVID... and infectious diseases.
Your own private water.
Exactly. And it has a jacuzzi. And I really want the hot tub jacuzzi part. I like the bubbles on my back. Pause. But
nice.
Yes, so don't come after me.
Oh, can I come back to this thing where you were told that you're Puerto Rican, and then you learned that you aren't.
Yeah.
And like you said, people think that you're their ethnic group, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
except for the ethnic group that I am.
When I went to New York, I went to school in New York, and so you can't see.
Same.
I'm very fair, and I have freckles.
They hear it.
You're hilarious. And pink, and anyway, and. So when I would get in a cab, like, the Irish cab drivers would say, oh, you're Irish, right? And the Italians would say, you're Italian, right?
See?
And
so we all get it.
I'm Ashkenazi Jewish background. And so Russian, this is Russian skin, apparently. Yeah, and so... Where am I going? I guess you and I have this in common where everybody wants, well, we could take it as a compliment. Everybody wants us to be in their ethnic group.
And thank you.
And no one has any idea.
Thank you.
Except out in California, this is the interesting thing. there's a lot of identifying with one's ethnic background. Mm-hmm. And out here in California, it is the opposite. And it's like, you don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And no one is like, oh, are you...
It's not a big deal. People are people. Ain't that what Depeche Mode said? People are people. And we have to...
So I guess we're living regardless. The Depeche Mode
people
ethos here.
Why should it be?
Not really. I think people are just not very interested in other people here.
People have lives. If you are...
don't make an excuse for California narcissism.
If you are in deep into your life and you got things to do, you don't have time to worry about what somebody else's ethnicity is. You have bills to pay, a job to go to.
Well, it's just cultural differences.
There's a lot of it.
What's it like in Texas? Well, yeah, everybody decides that you're an ethnicity they don't like.
Well, they never told me to build a wall. And they never told me to throw me over a wall, so I'm good. They got bigger issues to worry about than me. So, yeah, I'm good. And y'all know I got Mexican kids, right? Because they daddy Mexican. So as long as I ain't got to build a wall around them, we good. We just mind our business in Texas.
If there was wood in here, I would knock on it.
Oh.
I don't want anyone building a wall around your children.
Yeah, they're crazy. They wouldn't stay behind the wall anyway. So
good point.
And that's what I like. Thank you. And I broke generational curses. Ooh. So many times over. That my children are free. And my cousin and I. Thank you. And my cousin and I talked about it last week. You met my cousin.
Yes. It was so nice.
Yes. And we actually got to sit down and have a conversation we've never had in years. And it was like, isn't it nice that our children are raised different than what we were? And how...
the hell we grew up in.
Yes. And I have PTSD to the point that I can't help my kids with their homework. Because I used to get knocked upside the head. Like, why don't you know what 2 + 2 is? Oh, because you hit me in my head. And the pain is hurting. So I can't concentrate right now. So I used to, either do my homework at school or I just never did homework. So then fast forward to having children and trying to help them with their homework. My cousin's good. He says he sits with them and he takes his time with them.
He's a very down-to-earth guy.
Yes. And me, I sit there and I'm like, you ask me questions. I'm like, Google can't help. I'm passing you off to Google because that's how I can't do it.
And next podcast is going to be the trauma recovery work podcast.
It takes a long time to move through
this.
It takes a long time to recover, especially I've been through 3 therapists already. They keep firing me.
Aww.
Well, they always give me a therapist that's pregnant, and then she's like, I'm about to have my baby. I can't be around this negativity. Bye. But here's some homework.
That is so rude.
It's it's free healthcare. You get what you pay for. Yep.
Yeah, no, the good ones are they're $200 a session. And they don't accept insurance.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, way to promote mental health professionals. Thanks.
So how do I handle mental health? I have a podcast and I talk to you people.
Lucky you.
I know, right? So.
Lucky you.
Yes. So. Once again, this has been Shenanigans Podcast, which is what we talk about. The comedy woes. Okay. The woes about being a comedian, behind the scenes about being a comedian. Do we have any shows coming up?
Oh, we sat next to fire. That was the cool thing about this suburban restaurant. There was a fire pit.
Inside the restaurant.
That's where we ate the bacon candy.
And I had wine. It's called Bubbles.
I'm the one driving. I didn't have.
I
just had tea.
They could
tell have wine.
That they could tell. There's no steering wheel in front of me. They could tell. So,
yeah, she's gonna be. I'm gonna deliver her back to the barracks safely.
Thank
then
you.
She's gonna be back in El Paso.
Whenever I get there. Oh shit! I'm dropping the phone. So she be telling all the secrets.
So, sorry. What? I mean, I figured most people who see this are in El Paso.
No. Ma'am, I need to show you my stats. I am in 212 cities. and 23 countries.
I told you to tell me what not to mention.
I just
on the podcast.
I just did.
Because you said it was live, and I was like,
it is live.
Okay.
Oh, shit. I stopped dropping the phone. So.
I thought all your guests were like from El Paso, and it was mostly
No,
like you
who
talked
told
about
you
El
that?
Paso comedy. Because
No.
I saw when you would post, and you would have people in the studio with you.
Oh, yeah, when I go live, I'm in El Paso. But I told you when I invited you on the podcast, it's live wherever I'm at. We're in California.
Where do you go?
Wherever I'm at. So
What are you, Carmen San Diego, talking about your comedy career?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Because how do people come to the show or follow you on social media if you don't tell them?
Okay.
She's learning.
Well, then you're not telling me where you're going. Thanks. So now I see. Great. I thought we were good friends. And then I don't even know you're traveling except when you're near me.
Because it's,
okay, fine.
It's like OPSEC. It's like safety first. You can't let them know where you're going until you get there. Cause you don't want
okay, well, you didn't tell me that before we started broadcasting. You didn't tell me, like, not to mention your itinerary.
Yeah. You don't say
oh, ouch. There's like, ouch.
But no, that's the perfect time you could have been seen better. You put your hand up.
Oh. Well, it was hurting my eyes. Sorry. Okay, well,
all right, so this has been another amazing episode.
Okay, I didn't say what I said.
Yeah.
And, okay. And Carmen is floating all around the planet. And
why did she have to pick Carmen, though? See, going back to the Puerto Rican thing. Wepa.
Well, so is Dora the Explorer.
No,
I
she's
mean,
Mexican.
That's Latina.
Hispanic, not the same.
How do you know Carmen's from Puerto Rico?
I watched the show.
Oh, I know she was Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Puerto Rican. She started there. Or Colombian. I don't know.
What is it? Where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
Yes. And then, Dora.
Well, thank you so much for having me on your Facebook live feed podcast. I'm so honored.
She said the Facebook live feed. I told her I just used the Facebook to put it on the other podcast. We are on Pandora, Alexa, Amazon, Apple, all podcasts.
Yay. And would this say if anybody's watching now? Like, is there a way to know?
Watching. Yeah.
0?
Yeah,
it's 0.
Yeah, that's exactly how many people
That's
watching.
what that is.
Watch
okay. I was excited.
Like, Domingo showed up.
Hi, Domingo.
Domingo showed up. Now you got one person.
We've got one.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wow.
It wasn't 0 all the way through. Oh, did he send a message?
He always does. He's a heckler.
Oh. Well, fuck you, Domingo. Total downer.
Domingo is
total buzzkill.
He's an up-and-coming comic in El Paso. He's
really?
done like 4 open mics, I think.
Oh.
Because he has a job. He has a job.
Well, but he's done 4 mics, so he's established now.
Yes.
Because he has a penis. Good for you.
He doesn't talk about that on stage because he's on the...
About having a penis?
Yes, because he's on the...
Oh.
He's highly...
I don't... You're just...
He's autistic.
With your...
He's autistic.
Oh. Oh, well, so now I'm being a dick?
No!
To a disabled person?
I don't know what's going on. He's laughing at you, though.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah. She doesn't know you, Domingo, so she didn't know. My jokes is about...
I'm just angry at male privilege right now.
She's on menopause.
My jokes is about...
Nico.
Definitely not about grammar. That's okay. Nice to meet you. Thank you for being the only audience.
Why would you tell everybody that? That we only got one person?
Oh.
Because when I put this on the podcast, they don't know that.
Well, then cut this out.
I would, but Domingo...
Well, I was just... Okay.
And he talks about current events in El Paso, see? He doesn't talk about his pee-pee. But mainly Nico. And we appreciate you about that about you, Domingo.
Makes you really special.
Yes.
I didn't say he talked about his penis. I just said he had a penis.
How do you know that?
Oh, don't go there. Oh, don't you dare.
I've been
No,
joking.
I might live in San Francisco, but come on. There are limits for some things. There are limits.
Just saying.
All right. Yeah. Well,
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We don't assume
Good for
people's appendages. Is that how you say that?
No, I do. I will.
No, don't.
Oh, that's too much.
Just say I'm in El Paso.
I think that.
Okay. So you're in El Paso. Yay.
Okay, great. And so we're probably boring. Anybody who's listening in the future, it's like time travel, everybody. Weren't we wrapping up?
We were, but you thought so.
I got excited about.
And then you said, "Oh, we're probably boring people." What?
No, we've been. Okay, well, where do you want to go? How are we gonna, Carmen?
I'm going away. I'll see you soon.